Talk podcast, where we help you make sense of West Africa's investment world. This podcast is brought to you by Daba, your most comprehensive platform for investing in African stocks, bonds, and managed funds. You can download the Daba app on your favorite Google and Apple app stores. Several stocks saw impressive gains today, led by Uniwax Côte d'Ivoire, Tractafric Motors Côte d'Ivoire, and Bank of Africa Mali. Here are today's top 5 gainers. Uniwax climbed to 580 francs CFA, rising by 7.41%. Over the past year, the stock has grown more than 41%, a strong performance for investors in the textile sector. Tractafric Motors jumped 6% to reach 2,750 francs CFA. This reflects a bounce in the consumer discretionary sector. Bank of Africa Mali continued its upward trend with a 4.99% gain, closing at 3,470 francs CFA. The stock has nearly doubled since the beginning of the year, with a yearly increase of 83.6%. Vivo Energy gained 3.4%, closing at 1,065 francs CFA. Finally, Total Energies Marketing Senegal rose by 3.70%, ending the session at 2,600 francs CFA. These gains show renewed investor interest in industrial, financial, and energy stocks. But not everything was positive today. Here are the 5 biggest decliners. SAPH Côte d'Ivoire fell sharply by 7.46%, closing at 6,450 francs CFA. It was the day's biggest loser. Still, the stock remains up more than 55% over the past year. Ecobank Transnational Incorporated dropped 5.88% to just 16 francs CFA. Celibra declined by 4.87%, ending at 17,000 francs CFA. Sode Côte d'Ivoire retreated by 4.05%, closing at 5,605 francs CFA. Lastly, Burnaby slipped 2.69%, finishing at 1,265 francs CFA. If you're a short-term investor, be cautious. These movements could signal opportunities or risks depending on your strategy. The BRVM Composite Index dipped slightly by 0.17%, ending at 303.95. Despite the daily drop, it remains up 10.12% since the start of the year. The BRVM 30, which includes the 30 most liquid stocks, also edged down 0.1% to 151.40 points. But here's some good news. The Prestige Index, which includes high-profile companies, rose by 0.47% to 129.37. Let's break down the sectors. Financial services. The index rose 0.36%, boosted by strong performances from banks. This is a positive sign for investors in the banking sector. Consumer discretionary, up 1.49%, supported by Tractafric and CFAO Motors. This sector benefits from household spending recovery. On the other hand, consumer staples dropped 1.46% as major players like SAPH and Celibra pulled back. Industry, down 1.54%, driven by losses in Filtasac and Africa Global Logistics. Energy slipped 0.61%, although Vivo Energy posted gains. Utilities fell 1.13%, with Sode Côte d'Ivoire contributing to the decline. Overall, the market remains strong, but some blue-chip stocks show signs of profit-taking. Bond market capitalization continued to grow, reaching 10.3 trillion francs CFA, up 0.06%. The total value of bond transactions today was about 13.8 million francs CFA, spread across 9 trades. Among today's notable bond trades, the TPBF 6.5% 2019-2027 bond traded at 10,000 francs CFA, totaling 10 million francs CFA. The TPTG 6% 2022-2037 bond generated 7 million francs CFA in trades. For income-focused investors, many bonds still offer annual yields above 6%, especially over longer maturities. A great way to balance a portfolio with stable returns. What does this mean for you? If you're a long-term investor, the banking sector continues to show strong momentum with attractive dividend yields. For more growth-oriented investors, Uniwax or Bank of Africa Mali might offer solid upside. Bonds remain a smart choice for stability and passive income. And don't forget, several companies are about to pay dividends. SAPH Côte d'Ivoire will pay 368 francs CFA per share on July 17th. Nestlé is paying 308 francs CFA per share on August 18th. Société Générale Côte d'Ivoire will pay 1,863 francs CFA per share on August 5th. If you value passive income, this could be the time to act. With Daba Pro, you'll receive weekly recommendations, detailed analysis, exclusive market insights, and reduced investing fees. Subscribe today to Daba Pro and start building a winning portfolio. With Daba Pro, you don't just follow the markets, you stay ahead of them. That's all for today's episode. Thanks for listening to the Daba Markets Talk podcast. We'll be back next Monday with another update. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating, follow us, and share with friends. Remember, this information is for educational purposes. Always do your own research or consult with a financial advisor before making investment decisions. And download the Daba app on your App Store to start investing in African stocks, bonds, and manage portfolios through your phone and find other helpful content. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing your financial knowledge.